Welcome to tonight's training. My name's Nick. Tonight we're going to focus on a touchy subject, one that we all experience. And if you know actually the pattern, you know how to prevent it happening, you will be in a much better position than what you were. So the topic of tonight is how to retain a brand partner. So those that are new in network marketing, maybe been in network marketing, I'm just going to share some experience with you in as far as the different stages that you go through during your network marketing career, put it that way. You know, whether you're a pro or whether you're just starting out, you'll experience one of the four ways here. And I just want to highlight them so that you understand the four stages of network marketing. The first one, and I'm going to use Nigeria as an example. Can't use South Africa, it's happened. But Nigeria at this stage, they're in pre-launch, so they are creating and they're building, right? They are busy signing people up. They are carrying on ignorance of fire, I call it, right? Because they are bringing in the names, doing what they're doing. They're excited. They see dollars. They're just running flat out there, which is good, which is great. But now, when reality hits and you switch the engines on and you start building your team, right? So in the beginning stages, once you've past stage one, you go to stage two, and the stage two part is the management side of it. Now, management side means when the leaders, you as a leader, remember, as soon as you recruit one person, you're a leader. Okay, so leaders, uplines, they get involved in the beginning. They help you manage the team. They take on calls, three-way calls, Zoom calls, two-on-ones, all that. So stage one and two are very, very important stages. And ideally, in an ideal world, those are the two stages that you have to make sure as a leader that you stay in those two stages, right? Then you get to the danger stages. The danger stages is 3 and 4. Now, 3 is you become a defender of non-growth. So you've joined, your team's not growing, you're not growing, you stop growing, you start to defend why. You start to find excuses, right? So if you stay in stage 3 for too long, you'll start seeing that you start sliding into stage 4. So the ideal thing to do is when you're there and you start seeing that you are coming up with excuses and you're saying that it's not happening because people have gone away, or it's close to Christmas and my team's not growing because they're busy, or if the excuses start coming, get yourself back to stage 2 or stage 1. Get yourself out of stage 3. So if you stay in stage 3 for too long, you then slide into stage 4. Now, stage 4 is just before you leave, okay? So stage 4, you start blaming things. You start blaming the people. You start blaming the product. You start blaming the company. You know, stage 4 is right before you quit, okay? And that's where you don't want to be. Stage 4 is right before you quit. That's where you say, that's where you got to remember your goals. Remember why you joined, what your dream is, and why you started, you know? So as a leader, make sure you are aware of your surroundings, make sure you are aware of yourself, make sure you are aware of your lingo, make sure of all these things, and do whatever you have to do to stay in stage 1 and 2. So the other very important thing as a leader is you got to protect your team from outside influences. You know, a prophet's never welcome in his own home. So you're going to get a lot of flack from your family. Your family is going to tell you what you're getting involved in. What is this? It's a pyramid scheme. Nobody's ever made money out of this. You know what? Don't get influenced by outside influences. Okay? Know why you're doing this and trust the system. That's it. Trust the system, because network marketing makes the most millionaires year after year after year. Stay close to the fire. Stay close to the fire. Those that know me very well, that's my term. Stay close to the fire. What does that mean? Stay close to stage 1 and stage 2. That's where you got to be. Stay there, right? Your most important or your most precious jewel is your mind. The power of the mind is very, very strong. Okay. You can conquer anything with your mind. Okay. Your mind will take you to your goal, right? Remember your affirmations. If you don't have affirmations, do 5 affirmations, get 5 little sticky notes, put them on your mirror in your bathroom. That's where the first place you go to in the morning, and repeat them every single day. It must be the first thing you do. Repeat your affirmations. Live your dreams. Live your dreams now, because your mind, the universe picks up the positive energy. The universe picks up what you're thinking, and it will come to you. Have you ever wondered, when you go to, let's say you go and sign you want to go sign a prospect. Okay. You want to go and sign a prospect, and even before you get to the prospect, you know you're not going to sign the prospect. What happens? You don't sign the prospect. Okay. It's exactly that. You're putting it out there. The power of the mind is very, very strong. So mind your mind, because got it. Your mind and that of your teams is priority 1 as a leader. Okay. So you need to stay positive, because by doing that, people watch you, right? As a leader, you are in a pivotal position, because people are watching you, and they're watching what your actions are, what you're doing, your posture. They pick it up. It's contagious, and they go with it, right? If you had a negative leader that keeps talking down, talking negative, what's going to happen? The whole team's going to feel exactly that, right? So success loves speed. The sooner you get your brand partner paid, the more chance you have of having that brand partner stay in your team. So the sooner you get that brand partner of yours to sign up 2 people. Success loves speed. 2 people. Why 2 people? 1 on the left, 1 on the right, because the paycheck will come. It doesn't matter how big or how small. As soon as that person gets a paycheck on that Friday, right? It's like push telegram. It spreads. The word will spread. I got paid on Friday. Don't worry about the amount. That doesn't count. The person, the brand partner, got paid. So the sooner that happens, the more chance you have of retaining your brand partner. So you want to grow your team fast? That's what you're going to do. Score in 24, I call it. So you've got 24 hours to show the new person the drill. Write down 20 names. Call the 20 names, arrange a 3-way call, a Zoom call, something, get to 20 people, 10 people, whatever. You'll strike to 10%, maybe get 2 people in. That's all you want. Your aim as a leader, your aim is to get that brand partner to get his first, or he or she's first paycheck on the very first or second Friday, right? It's normally 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, you've got 3 weeks to get that person to get paid, right? The minute they get paid, 70% in it, right? You'll get your momentum quicker. You'll get the people on the Zooms. Look at our Zoom tonight, guys. We've got 11 people on the Zoom. How many people are in South Africa? 1,000, 2,000? Where are they? You know, that is what we've got to focus on. If we want to do something serious, we've got to get people on the Zoom calls. We've got to get people in front of leaders, because the leaders are there. And once the leaders see that there's guests on the call, the leaders will do the work. I promise you, the leaders will do the work. Remember, the leaders teach for others to sit, right? We are all leaders. There's no bosses in our business, but the duplication must start happening. And if the aim is not to get, if the aim is to let them earn as fast as possible, everybody's doing the same thing. Do it, okay? If the opposite happens and they don't get paid within 3 to 6 weeks, your retention, in other words, the chances for that person to leave is 80%. Okay, your retention drops to 20%. So it's very important to move quickly and get the people in the teams. Help them. So where were we a year ago to where we are today? Okay, now, this page is possibly the most important page of this presentation tonight. You know, when I was doing it this afternoon, I went back and I said, you know, yes, we're facing challenges, guys. We're facing challenges, but you know what? Par for the course. We are the pioneers. We are the early adopters. We are there in the beginning. So it's not all roses, right? Behind every blessing is a testing. Because at the end of the day, if you think we're going to get into this business, NewAge, and make money from day one, it's not going to happen. Because we have to go through a lot of hurdles to get to the blue sky. All right. So we've got to serve our organization during the storm. Okay. Because marathoners win the race on the uphill. So remember, it's not, you know, people say our business is they think our business is a get rich quick scheme. It's not. Our business is a business. This is a business. You've got to nurture it. You've got to look after it. You've got to work at it 24/7, even when you're sleeping, thinking of it, because you are the early adopter. You have the first mover advantage. Understand what that means. Because once we've sorted out all the issues, and there'll still be issues 5 years down the line, but once we sort all them out, that's when you'll start seeing the difference. That's when you start feeling and getting the rewards that this business gives. Okay. Always remember, the conversations come before the commissions. So try not think of commissions, because then you're not having fun. In this business, you've got to be crazy. You've got to be a little crazy in this business. You've got to have fun in this business. You've got to laugh in this business. You've got to cry in this business. And you've got to talk in this business. Our business is about storytelling. We are storytellers. So in the conversations, at the end, the conversation turns into a payday on a Friday. Okay, so focus on the prize rather than on the price. So let's talk about Facebook marketing. So I've jumped around a bit here, but let's talk about Facebook marketing. You want to build your business. How do you do it on Facebook? How do you do it? How do you use the tools that are available to you to get you the most reward? Remember, Facebook works on algorithms. Okay, Facebook works on algorithms. If you have 1,000 friends on Facebook and you post something, 6% are going to see that post. Okay, only 6%. That is why on Facebook you need to post a minimum of 12 times a day, because every post reaches a 6%. Okay, that's how Facebook works, right? So I'm not saying go out there and spend the whole day on Facebook, but what I like doing is in half hourly or hourly increments, I post something, because it's only going to go to 6% of my followers, 6%. So you'll notice that some people like your post 3 days after you've posted it. That's because of that. So, you know, on Facebook, you can use terms like, if you're seeing this post, I appreciate you in my life. Now you are asking for some form of reply, either a thumbs up, a heart, or a verbal or a word reply. Okay, what happens there? As soon as you get a reply, that person's friends and their friends of friends pick up that you've just replied to a post. Okay, so you can either put your settings on friends of friends, or you can make it public. It's up to you. Just remember, if you public, careful what you post as far as underage kids, your family's kids and all that. Be careful of that, especially with what's going on today. So if you're on friends of friends, that's fine. But if you're on public, watch out for your posts. You will see there, some people post and then they say, you cannot see this post, something like that, right? It's because of their settings. It's because of their settings. You might be on public, they might be on friends or friends of friends. So because they're on friends of friends and you're on public, you won't see that post. Okay, so ask the question in Messenger. Are you happy with what you have achieved this year so far? To obviously a friend, somebody you started a conversation with, ask the question, are you happy with what you've achieved this year so far? Right? Has anyone ever spoken to you about NewAge, residual income, making money from home, and that type of thing? So you start a conversation and start telling them about your story, what you did, how you got involved, right? You have to be seen on social media. You have to be seen as an eagle or a lion in the public eye so that you can be able to relax like a little lamb at home. Okay, so make sure on the social media portals, you are seen as a lion or an eagle so that you can relax as a lamb at home. Think about that. Okay, think about that. So when you have tools at your fingertips, it's got to answer 3 things. And the acronym for FAST is find, ask, show, or track. Okay, so the 3 questions is in the category of plan, do, and review. So F for find, what do I need to do? Plan. Okay, remember the tools must answer the 3 questions. So when you're starting out to something, what do you need to do? You start planning, right? Then you ask, can I do it? Okay, can I do it? Once you've sorted those 2 out, then you ask yourself, or you start showing and you start realizing or seeing, will it be worth it? So you review what your plan, how you're going to do it. Then you review you plan how you're going to do it, and then you review your plan to do what you want to do. And then once you've done that, you track your progress, okay? And you start a culture of winning in your team, okay? Through challenges, through competitions, promotions, all this, create the excitement. That is very, very important. So remember, must answer the 3 questions: plan, do, review, broken down, find, ask, show, and track. A couple of golden nuggets. It's not selling, it's serving. Okay, master that and you'll never sell again. So master the art of serving. What does that mean? That means as a leader, go down, help your people, help your downline. You gotta exercise servant leadership, because remember, you gotta teach them what you do. You know, our business is about servant leadership, no matter if it's in your team or not in your team. Remember, together you create the momentum. Alone, you go fast. Together, you go far. So master that and you'll never sell again. If you don't get people to say yes, you're doing them a disservice. Fall back on the pipeline. But Tim Sales has got that pipeline. It's all about your story, guys. It's all about your story. If your story doesn't work, if you don't get hits on your story, change your story. Improve your story. Go to your family and tell them to give you constructive criticism on your story. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Tape yourself. Video yourself. See your posture. See if you're actually coming across positive. If you're not, you're doing something wrong. You are doing your potential brand partner a disservice. So market your product so you can change lives. So it's not about the name, it's about the product and what it does. Okay, so it's about the product and what it does. So people trust you. They don't buy Hero, they buy what Hero does. They don't buy Noni, they buy what Noni does. Remember that. Sell what the product does. So there are 3 factors when you sell: hook, story, and create an irresistible offer. Now, this is the final part of today's training. So let's just go through the hook. Hook is a grabber, okay? Your start is very important, okay? So get people to stop. And how do you do that? By using the correct words. So live inside their minds. No, you'll know by speaking to the prospect what is going on in their lives. So when you're starting your story, focus on what they're going to listen to. Touch on their biggest fears and goals, right? So if you start with your biggest fears and goals, they'll tend to be the same as theirs. So once they start realizing, hey, that person's got the same issues that I have, they'll start listening. So it's called the grabber, right? The opening is the most important thing, like I said. The opening is most important thing. It's called the hook, okay? Figure out what you would say. All right, so practice your story. touch up on your story. When you're speaking to somebody, remember the beginning, the opening is the most important part. The second one is the story. So think of a scene in your life, not the story. Just think of a scene in your life. What happened? For example, I was there, I did this, I found this, and I want to share this with you. Now you're bringing that person into your space, and that person will start listening, right? How you started with nothing, and how you arrived where you are today. Okay, how you started with nothing in the beginning to where you are. Create that bridge between the story and your offer. Okay, so the offer must be a result of your story. So because I started here, I did X, Y, and Z, I used this, I became this, my life transformed, and this is where I am today. And then you can elaborate. Remember, when you sell, you serve. Okay, remember that, guys. Very, very important. So yes, go through this recording again, make your notes, do the screenshots. These are valuable things you must understand and you must remember, because this is what's going to build your team, right? Irresistible offer, the last one. Create what's needed for them to say yes, right? So I've jotted down a couple of things here. So again, your posture, your confidence, and your excitement. It's contagious. People watch that. They get excited if you're excited. They want what you've got. People suffer from FOMO. Just remember that, fear of missing out. They want what you've got. You've transformed your life. You've lost weight. They want the same. They want to know how you did it. There must be value in your proposition. So on my cell phone, I have a section in my cell phone, a little filing place where I've got all my tools that I use for when I'm busy telling my story. Have a look at Tia. Look at where she started. Look at how much weight she's lost. She has half a thyroid. Have a look at me. I'm a soccer coach, and my soccer dad came to me and told me to go to a presentation. Just like I'm asking you now to come to a presentation with me. There's a Zoom call tonight. I just want 30 minutes of your time. That type of thing, guys. Be positive, be proactive, be excited. They'll pick it up and they'll come because they trust you, right? Speak only of the benefits or the outcomes. Okay, don't go into the business, because then you start looking for, then they start thinking this guy wants to take my money now. No. Start with the benefits of your product and the outcomes by showing them. People like to see. People like to see. Before we launched, we were showing the American testimonials. We have African ones now. Okay, we have African testimonials. Show them those, right? The outcome is more important than the mechanics. Just remember that. The outcome is more important than mechanics. So you will, the outcome, the mechanics is what we're going to teach. That's once they're in, we'll teach them the mechanics. But the outcome is what you need to do, because you need to get them in. Right. Risk reversal, very important. Make it in such a way that there's no risk for them. No risk for them. So if you can't sell the products, I'll sell them. Okay. Create urgency. There's no joining fee for now. So best you get involved now. Right. There's absolutely no risk for you. Get involved now. What have you got to lose? Absolutely nothing. Okay. You have only to gain. That's what you got to do. Posture, guys, very, very important. And then finally, the world will only give you what you refuse to give up on. Grant Cardone, right? Never ever quit. Remember, you're going to go through the sad times, the bad times, the hurtful times, the times where, you know what, this is not for me. Stage 1, stage 2, most important. Stay there. If you're going to stage 3 and 4, get yourself back up. You're a leader. You're a leader. Never give up. You have first mover advantage. Trust me. The money's in the clicker, guys. You want to sit where I sit. You want to sit where I sit, no matter what continent you're on, no matter what team you're selling, what products you're selling. You know what? Noni juice. The guys made millions with Noni juice. Just Noni juice. So this story of 70 products, 5 products, 10 products doesn't work. One product, you can make it, right? One product. If the product is good and the product serves its purpose, the reward will be a healthy bank account. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, that's tonight's training. Keep well. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. There's an opportunity Zoom. I didn't take much of your time. Take it easy, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, Nick.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Bye-bye, guys.